Hi guys, New Legend here with a quick assembly tutorial for the Grand Inquisitor's lightsaber. Now before we get started, if you want to print this lightsaber and you haven't downloaded the files yet, you can follow the link in the description and then come back to the video after you've downloaded. So let's quickly take a look at the features of this lightsaber before we start the assembly. The biggest feature of this lightsaber is a unique guard. Right now, the guard is locked in this position. To rotate the guard into its full open position, you'll need to disengage the switch above the handle. Once it is disengaged, you can rotate the guard and engage the switch once it is in the open position. The second feature I've added to this lightsaber are these blade locks that stop the blades from opening. This is especially helpful since this is a dual lightsaber. So if you want to extend one of the blades, you just have to disengage the switch on either emitter and it'll open. Once you've closed the blade, engage the switch and the blade will be locked in place. Okay, jumping into the assembly. You'll start with the handle and core components. First, you can glue the handle light bars to the handle. To make this easier, grip it with a precision tweezer before applying glue and slide it into place. Next, line up your main core pieces and slide the handle over them. Note that both the core and the handle have these pinholes. Once you've lined up the pinholes, you can insert the pin to lock the handle in place. The pin will also keep your blades from inverting when you close them. At this point, you'll have to insert the blades. After the blades are in place, we attach the rest of the core pieces. To add the core pieces, simply line up the cutouts and insert the clip to link them together. Once the clips are in place, you can secure them with the handle spacer on one side and the guard switch on the other. Now for the guard. The guard needs to be assembled in a specific order. I'll put a diagram on screen and also include it in the instructional PDF. But essentially, there are two guards, guard A and guard B. Each guard has its own set of rings that need to slide over the core before you can attach the main guard hoop. Once the rings are in place, you can secure them together by gluing the guard stop pin to the cutout you see on the outer rings. To attach the guard hoops, just line them up with their respective rings and secure them in place with the guard pin on either side. One side of the guard pin is cut at an angle to match the curve of the guard hoop. So make sure you insert them in the correct orientation. Once the main guard ring is in place, you can add the inner guard rings. They simply click into place. Next, you can add the emitter guards. They are printed in 3 pieces: the ring, the guard, and the alignment pin. Assemble and glue the parts together and slide them into place on both sides of the lightsaber. Finally, we need to install the emitters and the blade locks. They are printed in 3 separate pieces: the blade lock switch, the emitter, and this thin lock that will keep the blades from opening. In the up or lock position, the blade lock obscures the path of the blade and stops it from opening. When the lock is released or in the down position, the blade can extend freely. To insert the lock, you'll first need to bend it slightly to match the angle it has to take through the emitter. You can do this with some pliers or a precision tweezer. Once it has a suitable curve, you can just insert it into the emitter and join everything together to complete the lightsaber. The last step is to secure the emitters with some screws. This is optional but recommended. The screws will keep the emitters from flying off if you swing the lightsaber to open the blades. You need M3x9 screws as detailed in the instructional PDF. Now, if you ever need to change a blade, with my other lightsabers, you could just unscrew the bottom to have access to the blades. Unfortunately, with this lightsaber, you'll need to completely disassemble it. First, remove the screws holding the emitters in place. Then, remove the emitters and the emitter guards. Remove the inner guard rings. Remove the pins holding the guard rings. Use a blunt object or a screwdriver to push the pins out from the inside. Next, remove the rings. Finally, remove the handle spacer and guard switch to access the blades. And that's it for this tutorial. If you found it helpful, please drop a like and consider subscribing to not miss any of my future builds. Until next time, happy printing.